In this video, we'll be visiting Yellowstone National Park. Come along and join us. Hi, I'm Debbie, a Cajun girl who loves to travel the world. Join my husband Ronnie, my brother KP, and his wife Babette as we continue our journey, returning home from Louisiana from visiting Alaska and Canada. We've been on the road for about 80 days, and these are the stops we've made. The entire time, we've been boondocking in our RV. Last night, we stayed in the Torgee National Forest, which is in Idaho but only 11 miles from West Yellowstone. It was a great place, absolutely free, and no reservations. The next morning, we entered Yellowstone National Park from the west entrance at West Yellowstone. Yellowstone was our first national park and opened in 1872. This park is a living system where we find one of the most active geothermal areas in the world. One moment we're riding through the beautiful lodgepole forest, and the next moment we're pulling over because there's steam rising from the ground. There are canyons, mountains, rushing rivers, and roaring waterfalls. The abundant wildlife becomes part of the landscape in a very direct way. Bears and wolves are a possibility. Bison move freely. Fire, water, stone, and motion all sharing the same space. We soon arrived at the powerful Gibbon Falls. The Yellowstone Grand Loop is 142 miles. We're dividing our trip into 2 days. We'll start with the upper loop. Barrel Springs is one of the hottest springs in the park and has a vent to release the steam. It averages 196 degrees Fahrenheit. The Artist Paint Pots is a 1-mile loop hiking trail. As we arrived at Artist Paint Pots, we realized it's an otherworldly space. It features more than 50 bubbling mud pots, colorful springs, and small geysers. Can you hear the mud pots boiling? The view of Yellowstone River is breathtaking. As we crossed into Lamar Valley, it didn't take long to start seeing wildlife. First, we came across a herd of pronghorn deer. They closely resemble antelope in many ways. Ronny got a great picture of the pronghorn deer. Next we saw bison, bison, and more bison. There must have been hundreds. Did you know that in North America we have bison, whereas buffalo are from Asia? As you probably know, we often use the two names interchangeably. Now, listen carefully. Did you hear them?
Oh, he's the big one. He's the boss.
Our lunch break was taken at Warm Creek Picnic Area. This was a nice place for a rest. As we continued through Lamar Valley, we saw more bison and more pronghorn deer. Our next stop on the North Loop was Mammoth Hot Springs. This is a massive shifting geothermal feature. It looks different every year. Calcium carbonate is pushed up through the limestone by the pressured heat. Giant white steps are formed. Huge elk often walk nearby, but we didn't see any. After a long day, we stopped at the Slippery Otter Grill and Eatery in West Yellowstone. We wanted to try the elk burgers and buffalo burgers, but since we were so tired, we ordered them to go. We found the buffalo burger was similar to a regular beef burger, and the elk burger seemed to be similar but just a little drier. They were both very good, and the French fries were delicious. The next morning, we changed campgrounds. We moved to the Bridger-Teton National Forest in Wyoming. For us, it seemed a better choice for entering the South Loop of Yellowstone and also Grand Teton National Park. On our way back to Yellowstone, we ran into several groups of horseback riders. If you're enjoying our tour of Yellowstone, please like and subscribe to our channel. On the Southern Loop, our first stop is Lewis Falls. It's much larger than it looks. Of course, we had to have our pictures taken. Lewis Falls emptied into the huge Lewis Lake. As always, we stopped at the Visitor Center. There were many great exhibits, and outside there was a balcony where we could view a part of the Yellowstone Lake. We also found out what time Old Faithful was due to erupt. We joined others waiting. There were benches available for people who arrived early. We were not early, but we didn't have to wait very long. It has a steady schedule for erupting, and when it does, it's not subtle. It's steady, powerful, and rhythmic, just like the planet keeping time. It can erupt anywhere from 1.5 minutes up to 5 minutes. This was a long eruption. After the eruption, we listened to stories from a native storyteller. We also viewed Native American handmade crafts. The historical Old Faithful Inn lies nearby. It was interesting to see that the inn's main room was supported by huge trees. In order to see the grand prismatic springs, we mistakenly took the longer hike instead of the shorter boardwalk hike. Along the hike, we did get to see ducks and a few hot springs. The ducks were in the river, not the hot springs. Finally, the grand prismatic springs came into view. The colors felt unreal with rings of blue, orange, and yellow, surrounded by boiling water that looks too vivid to be natural. Photos never capture the scale or the intensity, and the steam veil never fully lifts. As we drove back through Hayden Valley, we saw wildlife once again. I'm always impressed by the moose. It was very exciting to see this huge elk. Then we saw a mule deer. A big disappointment for us was that the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, with the tremendous waterfall, had a closed road and we could not visit. That's the thing about traveling. We need to be flexible. All in all, we had a great time at Yellowstone. I hope you'll join us on our next video as we visit the Grand Teton National Park. See you on the road!